Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Escape from Tarkov video. I am your boy, Rion the Sad Panda, and today, first and foremost, thank you so much for the continuous support on my live streams. The reason I haven't been bringing out a couple of videos in the last 2 or 3 days is because I've really been focusing on my live stream, having a few days off. Now we are back. So much has happened in the last week in terms of RMT, boss, gun changes, ammo changes, you know, the interlinkage of maps, karma systems. Nikita talking about how hard the game can be for some players. All of this will be discussed in this video. I'm going to try and condense it to a shortest video as possible. If there's anything that I missed, please let me know in the comments below. Really appreciate your support. Like I always say, gentlemen, laat ons gooi, manne, laat ons gooi. Let's sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Let's get into it. As most of you would have known, when you run into reserve, there was a big chance that you would not bump into Gluar. You would be happy to know by now that they've upped the spawn chance of these bosses. Yep, Reshala, Gluar, and Sturman has an increase of at least 3 to 5% of spawn chance. My opinion, a great change. Is always good to have a challenge on the map other than PMCs or just general Scav / raiders. For those of you that have faced Killa in the past, you could have even faced him with a Kedar or a PP Clin. Reason being, he had stun locks from the legs up. It's good to know that in the past patch they have fixed it. He's now back to his full roaming self with his level 5 armor. In the last month or so, he only had level 4 armor and sometimes didn't even have armor. Well, this was BSG's attempt to fix the solution of the stun lock so that people can't just farm him, get a massive ton of gear, and then basically sell it on a flea market. As most of you would have known by now, BSG has made a significant effort in targeting real money traders. With Battle Eye basically tracking the in-game cheats, BSG has shifted its focus to real money trading. Now, one of the things that people have going absolutely bonkers about, which I just can't understand because they obviously didn't listen to the podcast of Nikita, is that BSG tweeted yesterday that if you and your mates, or if you are giving away in-game items in a raid, you need to be aware that you might be flagged as a RMT, a real money trader. Now, people went absolutely bonkers about this, saying that now they can't pick up their buddies' items because they're too scared that it's gonna flag them. They can't give their buddies some IFAKs or some healing because they are gonna be banned. Seriously? Have you actually listened to the conversation that they said? They were talking about tens of millions of rubles transactioning between players or from a specific player to various accounts to even be considered flaggable. Like, really? You think BSG will ban you because you have picked your buddy's items up 3 raids in a row? Come on, man. They are trying their best to address the issue of real money trading. Just as a streamer myself, you know how many promoting opportunities I've been receiving from real money trading sites for Escape from Tarkov specifically? It is absolutely insane. I'm not even kidding you. As a small streamer, I would be paid a fairly significant amount of money to be promoting real money trading. And I've never done it. I don't like it. I don't agree with it, and I'm 100% behind BSG for trying to fix this. I really hope though that they keep on communicating how they are tackling it in better terms than just bringing out a short brief statement of a paragraph, leaving it open for interpretation by every single player. Please, people, go and listen to the blogs, listen to the podcast that they have, and you'll get a better idea of what is being implemented. It's good to know that shotgun and shotgun shells has had a significant buff. If you want to be that beautiful beast Chad in factory with a 20 round Saiga, well, now is your chance to be it. I would still say I can't go through every single increase in the damage, but AP20 slugs and flechette ammo, those are the ones to use because the pen and the damage have been increased. Basically every single buckshot has had a significant buff in terms of penetration, accuracy, all of that types of stuff. I don't know if you have been one of those unlucky ones like I have, but I have been grenaded by scavs, and not player scavs, normal scavs, a significant amount of times in the last week. It's good to know that the vlog grenade, this grenade that detonates within 2 seconds, have been removed from scavs. Other than normal player scavs that have absolutely no accuracy in chucking a grenade, including myself, I have the tendency to chuck a grenade either right at your feet or right in front of your face. With a 2-second grenade, you were basically dead if they chucked a grenade because it will most likely always land at your feet. It's good to know that that has been taken away from the scavs. Just know that they can still have RGBs and they can still have flash grenades, so be wary. For miscellaneous items that you require for the kappa, the Pestily face mask has increased by 3%. Woo, baby! I have in my whole wipe cycle, this wipe, I've not even seen a Pestily mask. I'm level 38 at the moment and I have not even seen one. They've also said that they've increased the Remington choke percentage, probably about up to 5%. I think this was in relation to Gunsmith Part 1 or Gunsmith Part 2, where you have to mod the MP153 and you needed a Remington choke, and if you wanted to buy it off the flea market even now, you would pay about 80,000 for it. So they've upped that chance so that you have a better opportunity of completing that task. Now, last but not least, what Nikita has said in relation to labs. One of my viewers, Maxilius, has brought it to my attention that Pestily discussed this in better terms in terms of how the maps would be interlinked. For most of you, you probably would have joined Tarkov in the last, let's say, 2-3 wipes. The very first interview that they had with Nikita, way back, he made it 100% clear. This is what initially brought me to the game, that all of the maps would be linked to one another in some or other way. Most of you would realize that if it's raining and foggy in one map on your server region, all of the maps are rainy and foggy. It's already showing you that the sky, the weather system is interlinked. The maps are already interlinked. It's just a matter of them figuring out how they want to implement this. There's been a lot of discussions about labs. Should you pay 200,000 for the key? Should you pay 250,000? Should it be 3? It's too easy to get loot. There's a lot of varying views on this. Well, one of the stuff that Pestily discussed that I find amazing, but also needing more information on, is that you will most likely be able to access labs through either Streets of Tarkov or customs. You heard me correctly. You're going to have to bring in your labs keycard, do Streets of Tarkov, do customs, get into labs. When you then extract, you are going to be faced with the decision that you're going to have to finish another raid. So if, let's say, you go into customs, you do labs, you get a backpack full of loot, you then go into Streets of Tarkov, you're going to have to survive that map as well. Now, first thing that comes to my mind is, why not just camp the spawns or the extracts? That's a real possibility. That's why they haven't implemented it yet. They're trying to figure out a way to limit the playing field, to make sure that everybody is on the same playing field. Is this a great idea, great innovation? 100% I am backing BSG in doing this right. You're not going to be able to please everybody, and it's not going to be easy, because most people immediately said, well, what happens if I have a backpack of about 60 kgs, which going to make me exhausted when I walk into customs or Streets of Tarkov? Well, you're going to have to deal with that. You're going to have to select the items that you feel you want to bring in and not hound tens of kilograms of items. Nikita's always said it's not about picking up tens of millions of rubles, or let's say realistically 1 million rubles, 2 million rubles. It's about selecting items which gives you 200-300k, that even at the end game that you cannot or should not have so much money that you just don't care about items. The realization is they want to implement a system in where you really are selective of what you're picking up. Maybe one other gun, maybe a small backpack with half filled, so that when you go into the next raid that you still have the possibility of moving freely. The one thing that they also said that they are working on, which is great, is that there might be a possibility of you being in a position where you can, you know, those the vans at the back of customs, or the ones on which where you pay a certain amount to get out of the map, that you can actually put your backpack into that. You continue the raid, but you put your backpack into that, and that then goes to your stash. I believe that would be a fantastic addition to the game, because you can then basically do a labs raid, do Streets of Tarkov, do labs, get out on customs, put your backpack on the back of the black van, and continue your raid as if it's you normal, you don't have anybody, you kill someone and pick up their backpack. Let me know what you guys think. Really appreciate your support. I hope that you are all having a fantastic day. Follow me on twitch.tv at @RionTheSadPanda. Over on Twitter as well, stream through Mondays to Sundays. Like I always say, gentlemen, laat ons gooi, manne, laat ons gooi. Thank you again so much for all your support, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.